With Borderlands 4 just being on the horizon, the first question I tend to ask myself is, which Vault Hunter am I going to be? And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all the confirmed skills, abilities and playstyles, so you can pick your preferred Vault Hunter and enjoy the game as much as possible. The first Vault Hunter, which is a current favourite, is Vex. She's the new Siren of the series, but with a darker, stranger twist. She isn't like Lilith or Mara. This time we're talking dark magic and necromancy, lifesteal and summon minions. Think like Maya meets Flak with a tiny bit of gauge thrown in, I guess. Her core ability called Phase Covenant turns her melee and action skill damage into the elemental type of your gun. Therefore, you can switch elements just by swapping weapons, which can cause a whole range of different builds and playstyles. Just super flexible in that regard. Now on to some action skills. Dead Ringer. Summon a ghostly clone, either a spectre that shoots or a reaper that charges in and melees. However, this decays over time. It's quite similar to Flak in being able to spawn pets to help. Incarnate. Fire off eldritch blasts and heal while you do it. This is a survivability skill to allow you to lifesteal and just never die. Then Phase Familiar. She summons a huge spectral cat named Trouble, which little cool bit of info is actually apparently based upon the dev's real life cat named Trouble. So there you go. It fights on its own and respawns. It can be upgraded for damage or crowd control depending on what you're going for. Once again, very similar to Flak's abilities. Vex is all about that elemental synergy, summoning and healing through damage. It reminds me a bit of Gunzerker from Borderlands 2 with his Grog Nozzle and dual wielding combo. That's probably why she's such a big favourite at the moment. I would say, if you like playing a hybrid DPS/support, Vex is the Vault Hunter for you. Meet Rafa, Borderlands 4's high-tech exosuit wearing soldier. He's built for fast, flashy combat, blending melee, ranged and turret warfare into one sleek package. Think Zero's swordplay meets Roland/Axton's turrets. So his main ability is Overdrive. This ability boosts Rafa's movement speed and damage while his action skills are active. It encourages aggressive gameplay, which sounds perfect for speedrunners. His action skills begin with arc knives. Rafa pulls out twin arm-mounted energy blades, and it shifts to third person when activated. Sounds similar to Zero's ability from Borderlands 2. Apophis Lance, an arm cannon that fires charged, piercing shock blasts. Ideal for mid-range combat. 3 shots per use, by the way. A sharpshooting weapon. Peacebreaker cannons. Shoulder mounted turrets that unleash automatic shock ammo. So you can run around with these turrets on your shoulders and it'll automatically shoot at people while you're also shooting at enemies with your own weapon. If you enjoy DPS and run and gun gameplay, Rafa may be the one for you with his flexible offensive style. Jump in close with blades or break out a cannon for range. Next on the list is Harlowe, the Gravitar X Maliwan combat scientist turned gravity wielding battlefield controller. She brings crowd control and futuristic gadgets to the fight. Her main skill is entanglement. This links multiple enemies so that damage dealt to one affects them all. Think of a gravity powered version of Amara's Ties That Bind from Borderlands 3. Her action skills begin with 0 point. This skill allows you to lift enemies in the air with gravity bubbles and slam them down, great for disabling key targets, almost like Maya's phase lock from Borderlands 2. Flux Generator. Deploy pulse mines that entangle enemies in an energy field. Damage spreads across the group, perfect for dealing large amounts of damage to multiple targets at once. Chroma Accelerator. Harlowe launches a rainbow coloured beam that cycles through elements shock, fire, corrosive and more while applying status effects. This is your go-to for elemental burst damage, especially when you want to hit multiple enemy types at once. Instead of swapping weapons for each enemy type, you could just use this ability. Harlowe links, stuns, traps and spreads damage like wildfire. So if you're into crowd control and area of effect DPS, she may be the one for you. She's not about raw single target damage, but more about consistent controlling damage to everything. She can be a more support style character as her skills make teammates more efficient by locking down enemies. Next on the list is Amon the Forge Knight, Borderlands 4's Viking style melee juggernaut. He's raw power, elemental fury and frontline domination. This means he is a melee character, kinda like Krieg from Borderlands 2. Amon's main skill is Forge Drones. This is cybernetic tech in his spine and arm, which enables weapon transformations on the fly. You can switch between axes, shields, whips, or even hammers as needed, channeling different elements, fire, cryo, or even corrosive. Let's start with his action skills. Amon is slightly different to the previous Vault Hunters, as all 3 of his action skills have a secondary / alternative mode. So Crucible allows you to throw elemental axes at enemies. However, the secondary mode allows multi-elemental throws. Think a ranged burst plus area of effect, fire / frost combos. Onslaughter unleash a charging flaming punch with the alternative mode to slam the ground with a hammer, delivering a huge fiery area of effect attack which obliterates anything in the vicinity. Scourge. Deploy a shield that absorbs incoming damage and unleashes it back as a projectile whip. The secondary mode allows for you to erect a wall of flame for cover and crowd control, great for team support and even holding choke points if necessary. This guy's primary role is melee DPS / tank, I would say, with his shield utility and his frontline domination. Essentially, Amon is your elemental Viking of destruction. So if you enjoy that style of gameplay, Amon might be the one for you. So now that you've met all 4 Vault Hunters in Borderlands 4, let's break down the big picture. Whether you're a solo player, team strategist, or just here to cause pure chaos and loot some legendaries, there's a Vault Hunter built for your style. Each Vault Hunter brings something new to the table and something familiar, so let me know in the comments, who's your pick? Thanks for watching. If you want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.